Hello and welcome to Talk NYCFC, and today we're going to be uh, previewing the game coming up against the Philadelphia Union that's coming up on Saturday or today, later today, because I'm a little late on this video, so I'll be uploading this video on the day of the game, just before the game. So if you are watching, we're going to be breaking down the game against Philadelphia Union. NYCFC is coming off quite a action-packed week with Montreal, the home opener last week, and then the CCL game where they nearly capitulated towards the end, um, and they let Comunicaciones back into the tie with four substitutions in Guatemala. But you know what? That game is over. We're through to the semifinals, and we'll be facing Seattle Sounders in the semifinal. So Philadelphia Union, their last game, they did beat the San Jose Earthquakes at home 2-0, but they did have less possession, and their passing accuracy percentage at the end of the game was 56%, which was worse than Cincinnati's 63% in their win over Orlando last weekend. Philadelphia, they haven't really looked as good as most people expected them to look like coming into the season. They had less possession against San Jose. They had about a third of the time of the ball. Um, they were outpossessed by San Jose. I think they were also outpossessed by Montreal. They were virtually outplayed against Montreal throughout most of the game, and in that span of 3 to 5 minutes in Montreal, they were able to get two goals to defeat them uh, at the Olympic Stadium. So Philadelphia really hasn't looked as good uh, within the past few games, and they also had a very disappointing result opening opening result against Minnesota, where they were where they were dominated by Minnesota. Minnesota were the better team um, on that day, and opening day. With that game ended up being a 1-1 draw. So Philadelphia really hasn't gotten off to a best start, even though their record says otherwise. NYCFC, obviously, they nearly capitulated. They nearly blew a lead to Comunicaciones. They only just went through on away goals. But you know what? Um, that came after Ronnie Dyla's poor substitution with four subs: Everett, Keaton, Gloucester, and I believe Thiago as well for Castellanos, Maxi, Alfredo, and Munson. Absolutely poor, but I trust that he won't do no more of that quadruple substitution stuff. I do believe he learned a lesson, and it was a lesson that went unpunished. Thankfully for us, perhaps on another day against another opponent that would have been punished. But we're still in the Champions League, and Philadelphia, they're a good team. They can hurt you in many different ways, but um, we've seen it. It's a rematch of the Eastern Conference Final um, of 2021, where unfortunately the Union had virtually their first team get COVID, and they had to play with an academy team. Um, I know Philadelphia fans are still salty about it till this day. They still complain about it, but it's not really our faults that their team really couldn't follow COVID protocol in the middle of a pandemic. So it's not really our fault that we had to play an academy team, and we ended up beating them on the day. We looked unconvincing um, within an hour, in the hour of that game, and in the last 30 minutes, Ronnie Dyla uh, changed it up and tactically, and we got the win 2-1. And we were without Tati Castellanos for that game as well, and that game eventually propelled us to win MLS Cup. So I do believe that NYCFC are going to get the win at Yankee Stadium. Philadelphia has never won at Yankee Stadium before um, in their history. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 NYCFC win. Um, I think it's going to be comfortable. I think people are too quick to judge us based off the poor performance against Comunicaciones. We still got the two away goals despite playing terribly. And we really missed Santi Rodriguez in that match with his creativity. And he will be back for this game. Unfortunately, Tavon Gray will not be back for this game. It's a bit too soon for him. And of course, Tinnerholm, he's not back yet, unfortunately. But we're still going to have a strong team out there. So a 2-0 win is my prediction. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're an NYCFC fan, consider subscribing. Um, Leave a like so you can grow me in the algorithm as I try to upgrade or spread the news of soccer around the channel, around the world. And yeah, so I'll see you guys later for the review. Take care and peace.